Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi everyone, I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill on the sideline. And let's go.
Well, Fred VanVleet, a first-time All-Star in 2021, said of his journey, quote, "It's like a movie storyline, just scratching and clawing, all the work and the sacrifices."
Allie, his toughness and IQ, a big factor for them. Thanks for that. Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Jalen Green. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, we've got Butler, Green out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Gary Payton II, and it's Moody in at the 3. And it's Green missing. And this is one of the most heated rivalries in the league. Clark, two teams that know each other very well.
Boy, I tell you, there is another level of electricity when these teams meet, B.A. We can feel it. It's palpable. The fans are into it. The players are into it. It's just turned up a little bit more.
VanVleet misses. Butler on the wing. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The well-put-together Butler proving that he's just a little too strong there, not allowing the physical defense to stifle him at all.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. For 3, Smith. The Rockets with another miss.
No doubt about it, the Rockets are in a rebuilding mode. I mean, and I know it's a phrase we often use, but Houston really has stripped themselves down to the studs.
Count it.
That's why they call him Jimmy Buckets, because he'll make the tough shots.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Şengün, no good. Well, Clark, one sign that Houston is building for the future has to be all of their young talent.
Yeah, I agree with you, B.A. They're planning for the road ahead. Lots of gifted players on the way up who could develop into a tight-knit squad over the coming seasons. Will be fun to watch what goes on in Houston.
Here's Green. Some solid defense from Butler.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
The 3 from Curry. He drops it from range.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
The Rockets have gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. VanVleet outside. Oh, no good. Unable to end this run. Pass to Curry. Let's go with a 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got 6.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And the Warriors make some changes. Anderson's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Kuminga comes in for Moody. And Hield is subbed in for Draymond Green.
Well, the great ones make their mark in the playoffs, and Jimmy Butler has certainly done that. Some Herculean performances when the chips were down.
Back to Thompson. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Anderson. And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors with another 3. And granted, last year's playoffs, Jimmy Butler became the first player since Jordan to author multiple 40-point, 4-steal games in a single series.
And in 2020, the third player ever to record a 40-point triple-double in the finals. I mean, just legendary stuff.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
That's good from Adams on the assist by Thompson.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
VanVleet against Curry. Pass to Kuminga. Back to Curry. 6 to shoot. Hield from outside. And the Warriors with another three.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Here's Adams. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Buddy Hield is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Draymond Green, then it's Moody, and it's Butler in at power forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And there's the call on Dillon Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Curry against Thompson. Pass to Moody. To the paint. Out to Hield. 4 on the clock. And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Pass to Şengün. Brooks outside. Here's Thompson. Shoots over Curry. Thompson, no good. And watching Draymond Green play. Grant, he's the quarterback on both ends.
I love that, B.A. Defensively, constantly calling out instructions on how to switch, keeping everyone organized. And offensively, Green is an incredible passer. He sees guys get open before they do.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Hield. And the Rockets call time here. And the league saw a dramatic rise in the number of take fouls to stop the fast break. Clark, was the time right to make a change?
No doubt about it, B.A. Anything that slows down the game in an artificial manner needs to be eliminated from the game. So I think it was overdue, but the fact that they got to this point is good.
Here's Smith. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Draymond Green suffered through the losing years with the Dubs. He said, quote, "I just couldn't get myself going." Coach Kerr pulled me aside and said, quote, "You have to be the worst player in meaningless games I have ever seen. But I found a love again, and I'm just enjoying playing basketball." Brian?
Hey, it shows, Allie. Thank you. Going all in. That was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
Yeah, down big. You got to find a way to generate easy offense. Getting into the paint is step one.
The Rockets have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Outside, Green. Back to Brooks, over Green, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Payton's checked in for Green. Anderson comes in for Butler, and it's Kuminga in for Andrew Wiggins. Kuminga, the pass to Curry. Jacks up a 3. Adams grabs the miss. You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
Here's Moody. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Here's Adams. And another miss by Houston. Golden State has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. The kick out. Curry launches it. Rockets with a rebound. 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Van Vliet can't connect, making him 1 for 6 from the field. Golden State has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Kuminga finds Anderson, and here's Curry for 3. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 of his 8 attempts. Outside Tate. 11 feet out. The shot won't fall.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 12 points and 5 assists. Man, that...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So the Rockets 5 now. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center. Green out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Brooks in at the 3.
Defensive foul.
That one misses for Curry.
So many of the hopes for this team rest on Curry's shoulders. It's an immense responsibility, but he carries it out with fire and optimism. And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And the Rockets shooting only 23% so far. Van Vliet misses.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Back to Green. Curry with it. 14 points for him. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Curry's got 16 points now.
Tell you what, it's just one of those nights where Curry finds a rhythm and just keeps on flowing. This show never gets old.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
Yeah, that's a little icing on the cake right there. Putting on a show while they enjoy a big second half lead.
Oh, stolen by Payton. Curry with it. Checked by Brooks. Look it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
You know, at close range, Curry has a plethora of shots. You simply can't allow him to get those looks.
Brooks outside. Pass to Green. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Moody. And Hield is subbed in for Payton.
And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
And Van Vliet, a very solid defender at his position, Greg.
Not great length, but strong as any, B.A. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game to stop the run.
Man, I love the defensive Butler. Always going to give you his best effort at that end of the floor. He uses his length, his size, his strength, and his speed to bother shooters.
2 minutes.
The Rockets have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Van Vliet misses.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Well, look, I mean, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
Or there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
The 3 from Curry. They get it back. Wiggins outside. Outside Curry. Pass to Butler. Over Smith. Butler can't get it to go. The Rockets have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Green for three. The rebound by Wiggins. Golden State has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Green, the pass to Butler. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Butler's got 8 points.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
And it's Brooks missing. And the Warriors with possession. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Hield for three. Knocks down the triple. 6 points for him.
Long-range shots like that, almost effortless for Hield. Every chance he gets, he'll take that shot.
Brooks outside. Van Vliet against Curry. Van Vliet outside. And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
But you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Anderson's checked in for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Count that one. Curry's got 8 here in this quarter.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
5 ticks left in the third quarter here. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Warriors on top.
44.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Kyle Anderson is out there with Kevon Looney. Then it's Kuminga. Then it's Buddy Hield. That's the Warriors 5. And so the ball out of bounds. Hield touched it last. And it's Houston's ball. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Kuminga. Stolen. Guarded by Hield. Thompson gets a good look. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Golden State has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Thompson against Hield. There's the triple. Buries it from 3.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Back to Tate. Adams, the pass to Tatum. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And the basket by Hield.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Anderson covers. Here's Tate. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Tate's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And no lack of aggression on that move. Good for the 2K drive.
Yeah, he has that fight in him. Love the aggression at the rim when they are trying to claw back into the game.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Kept alive. Second chance shot. Excellent D there from Kuminga.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Outside Hield. For 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Hield's got 9 points here in the second half.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Here's Tate. No good that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Warriors.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Stephen Curry.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
Pass to Adams. Floats one up. Looney grabs a miss. Golden State with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Hield finds Anderson. He shoots it. And it's Hield, that time on the assist by Anderson.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
"12 seconds left in the final quarter. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Just too good a player to leave open.
From deep. Ooh, he buries it. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you next time.